Point 4 is it's a living school. Apprentices, skills certification, and graduation. Okay, everybody complains about how bad our public schools, how bad our charter schools are, how bad schools are, because they got this agenda they're teaching you to become what? Now back in my day, it was clear. They made it real clear. They tracked you into one track or the other. You were either going to be a laborer, and you took this track, and you took shop and blah, 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 and you learned that, or you were college prep, and you're going to go and become a part of the elite. Well, all that's even broken down now in the culture, but what elite? You know, well, we're going to work for a corporation and get to the top. Oh, that's who you know. It's like what college you went to. It's like who you know, whether you get into that level. And the rest, we are all just laborers. So why the hell are you going to college forever to learn all this shit when what you're really going to be doing is working at McDonald's when you get out or whatever, okay? And people end up with these massive fucking debts and they learned nothing. I look back at my high school days and grade school days as the 12 years I spent in prison. You know, that's how I just think of it to myself. I spent 12 years in prison, did my time. You know, there's some pride in it. Like, you know, you can't sing the blues until you've been hurt really bad. You know, it's the same thing. You know, you just look at all that time you spent in prison. You know, okay, I did my time at least. Okay, you know, that's worth something. But fuck, it would have been worth better if I had learned something that was useful. I mean, I get out of there and I don't even know how to like balance a checkbook or how the credit system works or any of the shit that you really need to know when you got out in the world. You say you get to be, you know, you made it through high school. I don't know if I want to deal with anybody younger. That's open to discussion because when you get to younger, you're dealing with not adults. And when you're dealing with not adults, it's very weird in this culture.
So let's just out of whack and
yeah. Let's assume everybody's at least 18. Okay, we're dealing with, and you get out of school and you go, what the fuck am I gonna do with my life? Working at McDonald's the rest of my life? Shit, get that heroin's looking good, you know. At that point, okay, you know, and we all know that that's the way the culture really is. There's a lot of people dying now because that's the only option. Yeah, it's fucked up everywhere. But if you could come to this sanctuary and say, hey, I want to learn. Well, we got it set up, and I'll get more into detail how that works. But if you get a chance, if you go, I want to learn, well, we got a space for you to learn, because I could use someone on my team helping me do what I'm responsible for. And so as an individual who's on the core crew, that has a particular specific job description of what this is what I do in this organization, you're going to be looking for someone you can teach. You know, that someone you can work with personally and take on as like an apprentice to bring up through the system. So say you teach someone how to wire the solar panels and keep the solar panels that are running our sound systems and lighting operational. You bring in people, once they know that, you certify them. That's something that would then come in front of the whole council. When we actually certify someone, we'd sit down and all go, we trust, you know, Tim, for example, we trust Tim for knowing his job. So Tim will say, I got this guy's been working with me for a year now. He knows everything I know. We'll go, really, Tim? Ask whatever questions are. Won't take long because we all trust Tim because we know Tim's doing his job. If Tim's covering for him, then cool. Okay? And so that person gets certified. That then moves Tim up out of his position because he's got someone who can take his job. He gets to move up into the next level of the council from the, and there, and I'll get into that. There's a couple levels in there. And then bump himself right on out. Well, the time he gets to bump himself right out of a job, not only does he bump himself up, but he gets to go live on those eco-villages we created. So we've created a network that channels people up, trains them, and drops them out into an eco-village that they never have to pay a cent for ever. They don't have to pay any rent for their whole life. They don't have to pay for any utilities. They have free use of this. They can merchant their wares. It doesn't eliminate private enterprise. You still may have your craft stuff and all that, and you throw in events. There's plenty of room to sell some, you know, burritos or tacos to somebody or whatever your thing is. So, but you won't be set with these bills for the rest of your life that you have to just keep doing this terrible job. So that's part of what I'm trying to build into this. A school that is really functional, that teaches you the skills you want. You could get certified in multiple things if you're the kind of person who's, well, I don't want your job. I don't want, you taught me, I know everything you know, but I'm going to go study under so-and-so now. You still have that option. You don't have to take the job. No, I want to learn 5 or 6 of these.